Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are doing wonderful today. We have a very, very special tutorial in building n8n workflows using Claude Code. It's a very simple, straightforward tutorial. I just wanted to go ahead and record this because using the MCP connector that has been released in Claude, there's a bit of trickery. Not everything is as clear as it should be out there on the internet. So I went ahead and wanted to record this tutorial for anybody who's using a free trial of n8n, anybody who just wants to do this direct through the MCP connector, instead of using the API keys, which is a very common way of doing it, but just being able to deploy and use Claude to build these n8n workflows simply. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. What you're going to need for this tutorial is Claude Code. Right, have a paid version, at least at the minimum. I like to work with Claude Code either in VS Code or on the Claude app on my desktop. That's the simplest way. I haven't really come around to using the terminal yet, but that's just because I do most of my work in VS Code. And the Claude app is a great harness. It is very intuitive for us to use. So that is that. The next thing that we are going to need is n8n. Everybody is entitled to a 14-day no credit card free trial. So I think that's wonderful. You can sign up and just test this out with no obligation to pay once the 14 days are up. And that's what we're going to be using because there's some repositories out there right now that give you all the tools and skills to build with n8n. But they're only if you're on the paid version, right? And if you're looking to try things out and see if you really can build something that you want with n8n, but you need an API key to do it, then it's a bit harder, which is why I'm recording this tutorial for people like us. And so yeah. The last thing that we're going to need is my GitHub repository that I have put up on GitHub over here. The reason that I've put this specific one together is because there's a very common repository out there that does use the API keys, which again, I just stated, are not available on the free trial version of n8n. This uses the Claude connector MCP, and this goes through a crash course as well of everything that I've learned, right? There's a 500 error that makes your agent print a bunch of different workflows. You end up with 20 workflows in your n8n if you try this without this specific repository. So I recommend that you guys try it out. What we're going to do first and foremost is we are going to go over to Claude Code and we are going to open up the settings, go to connectors, and we're going to browse connectors up here. So I have the screen cut off here, but you should be able to follow along. We're just going to search up n8n, and you're just going to want to connect through here. It's going to prompt you. It's going to open you up on your browser in order to authenticate it. I already have it authenticated over here, which is totally fine. Then we're going to go back, and then you're going to want to open up Claude Code. Again, my apologies for having it cut off, but if you can see right here, we're in Claude Code. And you can open this up in VS Code as well. Make sure you're opened up to the folder that you want to be on. In my case, it's n8n YouTube 2. And what we're going to say right here is we are just going to say, I don't know why we're on this tree over here, just going to say install this GitHub repository. And we'll just start off with that. Now, it's going to say trust workspace because we've never opened this up. I'm going to go through to bypass permissions. If you don't have this option, you're going to have to go into the settings and turn on bypass permissions for Claude Code. But this is my own repo. I'm fine with GitHub going through and installing this. So it's going to go through and read, and it's going to learn everything that I've provided in this repository that is really going to be telling Claude exactly what it needs to do in order to be successful when building with the MCP connector. And then what we're going to do while it's doing this, I'm going to just type out, hey, I want a daily newsletter n8n automation that gives me the latest updates in AI using OpenAI's ChatGPT, and emails me via Gmail. Then I want it styled well with HTML in a futuristic manner. I don't know why. You don't need to add this extra bit. And also, this is just showing you what we can build here. So the skill is installed over here. Hey, I want a daily newsletter, n8n automation that gives me the latest updates in AI using OpenAI's ChatGPT and emails me via Gmail. I want it styled well with HTML in a futuristic manner. Let's make sure that uses web search. Perfect. So now it's going to run the skill for the n8n MCP builder. And it has the reference for exactly how it needs to be created. Because on the current GitHub repositories, on the current skills out there for n8n, everything is using API calls, right? The MCP allows us to do this. The MCP allows us to do this through the SDK, which is new. This is what's out there now, and you can easily just connect. No need to grab your API keys, just authenticated directly through Claude, which is amazing. So we're going to do, it has my personal email up here, but what we're going to do is we are going to select 7 a.m. And then email it to my personal email. And now it's going to build. I'm going to pause this because it's probably going to take maybe 5 minutes to build this out. It may take less, but just to save us on some time, I'm just going to give it a quick pause. Okay, so we are back and it took about 5 minutes as I expected. Now, here's the thing. We got a 500 error, but because of the skill that I created with the help of everything else, but because of the skill that I created along with everything else, we are easily able to negate that and just move forward, right? So we got a 500 error, but we got to search the workflows before retrying and actually trying to make that workflow again, which it did. And then it actually got the workflow ID, which is perfect. Now, the next thing that we need credentials. So I'm going to go over to here. And one other thing that I forgot to add, make sure when you are on n8n, guys, one other thing I forgot to add in this tutorial is make sure to go into n8n and activate the instance level MCP. Guys, Future Emery here. One other thing I forgot to add in this tutorial is once you sign up with n8n, you're going to want to go over to settings and you're going to want to, which guys, Future Emery here. One thing I wanted to add is before you start this whole process, guys, Future Emery here. One thing that I wanted to add is before authenticating with the n8n connector, just make sure to go over to settings, go to instance level MCP, and make sure that is enabled. You may run into some errors if you don't activate that, but let's just get back to the tutorial. So as you can see here, we have the created workflow. Very simply, we just need to authenticate it with some credentials. So I just need to go ahead and go grab my OpenAI credential key. You can use really any AI tool that you want. If you want to use Gemini, if you use Anthropic. I just have some extra credits on OpenAI. So I'm just going to pause, quickly grab those credentials and get them updated for us. So when you open this up, you're going to have a button that says add credentials. I just added mine over here. And then we have a prompt for us over here, which pretty much just has a prompt for a newsletter and also for styling on HTML that we're going to be able to add to the Gmail. I have everything authenticated. You will also, if it's your first time using Gmail, you're going to have to authenticate with Gmail. I've already authenticated mine over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and give this a quick test. And hopefully we get a nice email. You can see it processing right now. It's going to be searching the web for news on AI in general. It's going to format the email for us and send the newsletter. Hopefully we get a good response. So unfortunately we didn't get an AI news story first try, but the good news over here is that we actually did get these stories to fetch. We have Anthropic and OpenAI are both launching joint ventures for enterprise AI services. We have a bunch of news over here. Unfortunately, it seems like it was just a formatting issue, but it's good that we're still able to get the workflow created. What we're going to do is we're just going to go over to Claude Code now. Just say, unfortunately, we weren't able to get stories from. We were able to get stories from the web, but didn't get formatted or put in our email. Please fix this. We'll give it this quick message to fix. We'll give it another try, and then hopefully it works. Okay, so the good news is it only took about 2 minutes for Claude to go through and fix the answer. Okay, so the good news is it only took about 2 minutes for Claude to go through and fix the workflow. Super simple, super straightforward for us. It was a quick error, and then we came back and look at what we have here. So we have links to actual reports. We have actual news over here. And this is all very recent news to my knowledge over here, right? This is May 4th, which is today, which is perfect. This is going to be May 3rd, which is perfect. So we do have a fully working newsletter just from a simple prompt. Now, you can use this for pretty much anything in n8n, right? It has the skills to be able to look through and search properly for nodes, which is perfect for us. And yeah, I hope this tutorial really helped you out. Everything will be linked in the description of this video, the repo, the links to n8n, the links to Claude Code. Really appreciate you guys for the love on my last video. And if you're looking for help on building any AI systems or just want some coaching or a bit of mentorship, I do have a calendar link below. You can book a time on my calendar. Appreciate you guys for watching this video, and I'm looking forward to making another one for you guys soon. Thanks.